I don't. Obviously, he's a big piece of their team that they're going to be missing, but they've got great informed guys. You've got KL Rahul, you've got Shikhar Dhawan and Mayank, who, these guys obviously played in the IPL. So you've got guys who are in good touch, and there's great talent and depth in Indian cricket to take that position of Rohit. And as I said, he's a big hole in their team up the top, but you've got guys that can replace him that are in form that will do a good enough job, if not better, as we saw against them when we were in India as well. Yeah, look, obviously with Virat missing, and well done to him to go home and be by his partner's side with his first child. Look, he's a great guy, Jinx. He's calm. He's very measured in his approach, and he's got a very good cricket brain. And I think, the way that, sort of you take Virat out of there, who's, I don't want to say it the wrong way, but obviously he's passionate, aggressive. He plays with that fight when you're out there. Going into, Jinx, who's calm, collected, measured. It's like chalk and cheese with them too. And as a player, to try and gauge that on the field, and as we're talking about engaging and trying getting into that contest as players, it's obviously you've got to think about how to do that, especially with him as captain. The great thing for India's perspective is that you got 3, if not 4, very good players there who can captain the team at any time. So I think with him, he'll obviously bring a calm and measured approach with his nature. I know you guys would like an answer. Look, for me, to be honest, I've had over a dozen opening partners, and it's never been quite stable. And I think they gave me the opportunity to ask me, who I'd sort of like to bat against, or who I feel comfortable with. And obviously, when I was batting with Bucky Rogers, we had a great partnership and a great sort of how do you say it? We bonded really well together out in the middle. And I think something with me and Joe, we've done that over the past few years. I've known Joe for a long time. We've played out in the middle together. We know each other's game very well. But at the end of the day, it's upon the selectors to pick the right person to fit that position. And if they go the way of Will, which is, obviously batting fantastic, he's been in and out of the Test squad, and obviously he removed himself in some sad times, obviously with his mental stuff. So for him, he's in the right frame of mind at the moment. There probably is an opportunity for him to come into the team, but as we know, it's harder to get out of this team than get in. So whoever they go with, I'll be well and truly happy with, as long as that person who come in does their job. And at the moment, I didn't think Joe did anything wrong last summer. We put on some great partnerships, average over 60, and that's what you want from your opening partnership. So at the end of the day, it's upon the selectors to pick their team, and I've got to be happy with that and just embrace it. That's very funny. Look, for me personally, it's about getting in a contest. So and that's basically when you're out there, and you're just trying to feel for something. For me, obviously, last summer was one that coming off the back of England into our summer, I really had to sort of, for myself personally, knuckle down and try and concentrate as much as I could, and try and get into a battle out there and contest with the opposition. And I managed to find that in a different way, and it worked. And for me, it's about trying to find that balance again when I'm out in the middle. Obviously, different this year. We start with the white ball series against India, which is generally the other way around, which is going to be exciting. And obviously, Virat is only playing 7 of the 10 games. So, for us, it's about going out there as a team and trying to control our emotions and play them on skill. To answer your question honestly, it's going to be very difficult to be able to do that. This obviously last 6 months has been quite challenging in itself, getting used to these bubbles and trying to get used to not having the family with me. And they're things that each player has different circumstances, and even like Starkey's one's a unique one with his wife playing as well. We're just not going to get that time to see our family, and in the back end of being here 14 days inside a hotel, add 3 kids and my wife into here, it's very difficult, and I wouldn't ever put them in that situation where they have to do 14 days quarantine at home. Look, I don't know. The next 12 months is very difficult when you look at the calendar. There's going to be definitely times where you can you can come home and sort of have time at home with your family. But yet again, you've got that 14 days that's in place that you're going to have to do beforehand. So that almost, puts it out of the sort of the conversation. So, yeah, look, to answer your question, it's going to be very difficult. And that's something that we're going to have to speak to, obviously, the coaches and the selectors, because each individual is going to have to, put their hand up and be brave and just say it's going to be very difficult to do that.